Welcome to the A to Z Golfing Podcast, presented by the Swag Series. Follow the entire 2024 season at swagseries.com. Andy and I are here together. Andrew Schmidt is back home getting ready for the second event at Satakoy, the Satakoy Country Club.
Yes, please.
We are live at Kierland Golf Resort. Amazing day yesterday. We saw a lot of familiar faces that we saw at Weekapaw last year.
Mm-hmm.
Such a great facility. The staff here is truly amazing. And, you know, we went into the 2024 season knowing that we had a lot of new partners, bringing over a couple partners from last year. But, wow, to see everybody from OTR to Tito's to Vienna to Rad Golf to the new stuff in the players' boxes, Andy, it was a lot.
Liquid Death coming. Yeah, it was intense. We had a lot of flags up there yesterday. How many total flags do we have now that we travel with?
So besides you being completely frozen on my screen, it's 38 flags.
38 flags. Yeah, that's
Yep.
It was. I'll throw a picture up here of what it all looked like, but it was a lot. It was intense.
Yeah, we hope so, because everyone is just looking at how you frozen in time. Very stoic
Am I?
over there. Andy's being very stoic. Oh, completely frozen.
Oh,
But no, from beginning to end, it was really cool to sort of lay out like what the new players box is going to be, which is actually going to change for the remainder of the events, with Swag coming out with their first shoe bag. I'm all by myself, so this is fantastic. But all of that was really awesome. I really liked this facility. I really liked Weekapaw.
yeah.
I'm always going to enjoy that place with the 36 or with the courses out there. But here, there was just something about it, between the resort and the amenities. Just a great place to kick off the 2024 season.
Yeah, I mean, you touched good base on it. Like, I would come back here again in a heartbeat. The staff is fantastic. I don't know if you hear the cheers. It's just what it's going to be this year. This is what the podcast is going to be. We're going to have cheers moving. We're going to have music in the background. We're going to have golfers in the background. This is we wanted to get live, so here we go.
Yeah, so we're going to be, we mentioned it before, we're going to be doing this from every event throughout the 2024 season. We're going to be hopeful that as we get later into the season, that we're going to be able to get some guests on. Andrew will be joining us probably at the third event of the season. But really looking forward to the rest of these events. I am super excited. I've never been to the northern part of California, but before we get into where we're going next, the competition yesterday on this golf course, it just picks up where it leaves off. I mean, you have a group, you get a bunch of 9 under pars, great golf being played. Golf course played right around 6,850, 6,900 yards. It was in great condition.
Yeah.
You got the dormant rough right now. The fairways are exceptionally green. The greens are rolling perfectly. Just awesome to see the scoring that we got. And still, to this date, not a 59 in the net. That's all I care about.
That's all you care about. What was it, 63 yesterday, I think?
Mm-hmm.
So you still have some wiggle room in there one. So, I mean, we're doing it right. We're checking the handicaps. I'm checking religiously on them. I'm keeping tabs on anything that's moving. And if you don't have a gin handicap, you're not playing in the net. You're just in the gross, and that's fine with a lot of people. But I mean, we're doing our best to make sure we have that. We're at 65% again, and yeah, I think that's just doing our due diligence is really helping out with that.
Yeah, I really like it. I mean, it's something that we got a lot of questions about last year coming out with this format, and I think that there's another group that does a lot of the similar stuff that we do with team competitions, and they don't do a good job of protecting the field. Hence why you see 57s and 58s and 59s in 80% of their events.
Yeah.
I personally don't want that, just because I played competitively, and I understand what it means for guys to come out here and feel like they have a chance to win, whether it's in gross or net.
Right.
So it's very important to us. But competitions were great. 5 par 3s out here. We had people moving around left and right. Cases of liquid death. I was driving them around in coolers. Just there's something to do from the time you show up to the time that you leave. Like yesterday, here, this place kind of shuts down around 5:30, 6 o'clock when the sun goes down. We ran into a little something with the sun going down, but to see 60 people stick around and be on the putting green and hang out and do the photos, do the awards, hand out head covers. The secret pro shop drop that we did on Sunday at 4 p.m. All those people were super excited to pick up their stuff after the event during awards. It's just so much going on, and I love every second of it. I love being able to do things more for the players so that they have more to do, so it's not something they feel like they're just showing up and getting something and playing golf and going home.
Yeah, and we did a great job, like you said, from Sunday night till Monday night. It was nonstop thing. Now, granted, I might have texted people one too many times. I'll try to work on that one. Sorry about that, but I just had to communicate a lot of stuff with everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Secret Pro Shop was a lot of fun. Handing those out to people, haven't seen their reaction when they got them, and then also, I mean, you did a great job checking people in yesterday. Showing them everything they were getting and letting them know there was more covers in the pro shop, and then telling them the Vienna Beef's open. Then you got OTR, and then Liquid Death, and I mean it's just on and on. It's a lot of things
Well,
to do.
yeah. I mean, listen, between me and you, I kind of took it upon myself to go over there and do something a little bit different. Normally, I just sit around on the putting green and
Yeah.
do the putting contest. But Andy and Adam were lucky enough to host it. It really sounded like there was a ton of excitement down there. Nobody was talking. Nobody was building it up.
I'm,
So
I'm, I'm gonna say something. No one is like you, buddy. I'm never gonna say I can't do your job. I never want to do your job. I've never wanted to. It is all
likewise,
you. Yeah,
like
there is one of you, and you do it fantastic. And I'm not looking to try to sub in. We just had a sub in yesterday to get things rolling. But for 100%, I appreciate you for all you do because you make this stuff fun. So you came over, and then people started livening up, and it worked out. But definitely, I was sweating there for a little while because Adam and I picked the putt, and he drained it like a few times. I'm like, all right, let me move it back like another foot, and then that was all we did was move it back one more foot. The
yeah,
first person that went on the right side of it instead of the left side, and it changed the break of it a little bit. And then everyone went to the right side, and we only had one make. I think it was the first time in our competition that we only had one person make it. And I was sweating the whole time because I needed one person to make it. That's all I needed was one to make it, and we had one. But it definitely was scary for me because I could just hear you in my head be like, "Who picked this putt?" And then, here, Adam and I were like looking at each other, we're like, "Oh, someone's got to make this. Someone's got to make this." But
yeah.
we did.
But hey, that's the cool part about it. I mean, last year we had sometimes where you had 10, 12, 14 people advance to the second round, and today about halfway, or yesterday about halfway through, a guy makes it and he's got to stand over there, and same thing. I always ask him, I'm like, do you want everyone to miss or do you want to have to putt again? And he was adamant. He's like, I want everyone to miss. So
Yeah, he got
kudos
his
to him.
wish.
And it was really cool. I mean, if anybody saw the photos, handsome two putter given away that's got some really cool lasering on the bottom of it with a cool quotation that I think Andrew came up with. So something cool, something unique, something you're not going to see unless you're at the Swag Series events. Here he comes.
There you go.
He's coming back in.
We got you back. I lost
Andy's.
you.
Oh, I I still can't see you, but regardless,
Yeah.
um, but cool and unique, and those will change up all year long. And I've got some other ideas that I want to do, but it was really cool. But let's get into at the end of the day,
The
this is
nitty
the
gritty.
first event. This is the first event that gets the champions into Troon North, and the excitement level not only from the champions but from second and third place about going to Troon in January 2025 was really amazing. And off the top, I mean,
Yeah.
Logan France and Bailey Ogren repeating as champions from Weekapaw was awesome to see.
Hmm.
Bailey is somebody that you and I are very close to, and understanding what happened last year, and being a part of all that, and wearing the ribbon, and doing all that stuff with Nate Brown. I remember when he passed out the ribbons to us and told us the whole thing that was going on. So just to always hand him a trophy is amazing.
Oh, we're not supposed to root, but I was happy to see them up top when they came in. Um, and yeah, like you said, I owe him some pictures of the ribbons. I'm about a month behind on that, so I'm gonna get him that picture and then his championship pictures. I'll get him all those. And then we got Jeff Williams and James taking home the net, and we actually had a little Do you want to go into what happened then with the net?
Yeah, sure. We can go in it. We'll be completely transparent.
Yeah.
Jeff Williams and James Ellison, and as I tell everybody that plays, when you get done, you got to verify your scores with the other team as they're keeping your scores. Jeff and James got in about I think maybe 5 or 10 minutes before Corey and Justin did. They put their scores in. There was a tie at 9 under par, and as somebody who runs these events, I want it to be settled out on the golf course. I will try to figure out every way to settle a playoff out on the golf course. We have a great format for how our playoffs are with alternate shot. Brings in that team element even more. They have to decide what's going on. So I really enjoy that, and we just didn't have the ability to do it. I didn't feel it was. We had one player in one group who was adamant about going back out. And I'm not. It needs to be a fair competition. For me, I would have been the guy that said I'm not going to play in this just because it was too dark, and I felt that was the best thing to do at the time. So we went ahead and we announced both winners, both net winners, and we will commit to that. And going forward, we will do our best interest to finish the golf tournament out on the course. But we are going to have a little bit of a competition meeting and discuss what some of our other options could be going forward for the rest of 2024. As these field sizes and these later tee times, as we start to put things together, we want to do some things to be able to make it fair. If Last Resort has to be a scorecard playoff, then Last Resort will be a scorecard playoff. But ultimately, I don't want to do that. So we'll get together and we'll go over that. But congratulations to the four of them. I mean, it was amazing golf, and the finish that Justin and Corey had was great to be able to tie. And for guys that have been to the national championship before, Jeff Williams and James, awesome to see that they're excited to go back.
Yeah, no, I'm real excited, and it was a great competition. And like you said earlier, also the second and third place winners were thrilled that they kind of got an opportunity to register before everyone else for the national championship. So excitement all around, and I feel like everyone had a great time. I mean, we got a little bit of rain starting to come down here, but we'll manage it in before. We're like the waste management. We're just trying to bear through everything here.
Yeah, I don't really know what that means.
I know.
But yeah, no, I mean, listen, I've been doing this almost 15 years running golf tournaments. It's always something new, right? I've never had a playoff end in darkness. That's the craziest part about it. I was just trying to figure out, like, okay, we got time. We're going to get out there. But in Arizona, man, once the sun goes down, the sun goes down. And it's pitch black. It's not like dusk and all that stuff. So we did our best with it. But I'm happy with the decision we made. And all six of them are excited. And that's all we can ask for is just the excitement level of all these players. I was talking to people on Facebook most of the night about the gifting that the players got and what we've upgraded into what we did last year. The par 3 contest head covers were a hit with basically your event cover, but in a crocodile. So just awesome stuff. And that's the other thing too, is like, now you got people out there guessing, like what color is the alternate color going to be that we're going to have a chance to get? What's the fairway going to look like? What's the hat going to look like? So it's really cool to see people excited about it. And hey, we love showcasing the brand. So the more stuff that we can get out there to the people, the better.
Well, I mean, let's go. I mean, you raised a good point. The gifting part of this. I mean, let's go through it. You have a fairway cover.
Correct.
Fantastic. Each event has its own fairway cover, different colorways for each one. You have a Swag Series hat. We're going to have different colorways for every tournament. I mean, you have a ball marker we saw come out, different color variations for every tournament.
Mm-hmm.
You got a Vienna Beef gift card.
Mm-hmm.
You have, are we allowed to say the other stuff too?
No, I think you just stop there.
All right, we'll stop right there.
I think you just stop there. I mean, listen, it was cool. It was cool to put the show. We got the prototype for the shoe bag. I really wanted to present it and make it. I thought it was really cool with the drop shipping to the players and having them see it and see the photos come out and stuff like that. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It'll be hard for me to get my hands on a few of them so I can put my 8 pairs of shoes into. But no, it was really cool. It was also really cool to unveil a product to the players. That's the first that they've ever done, right? I mean, I'm sure there's probably prototypes out there that's somebody at Swag has done along the way, but it was really cool for that to sort of be like the first time it's going to go out to, here they're going to drop ship probably 80 of them. And then throughout the season, you're talking about, over 1,000 people. So it'll be really cool. Awesome that they were able to collab with us and do that and make that sort of exclusive for the swag series. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I mean like you said, I got to get a hand on that because I have 3 pairs of shoes in my room that I gotta figure out how to get those back home for me. And I think a shoe bag is just the way to do it. No, I'm joking. It's fun. We had a lot of swag employees out here too, so people were able to meet them. We had
Mm-hmm.
Allison out here with us. I always enjoy spending the day with her, driving around, get some content. Um, and it was just fun. It was a fun day. I mean, there's a lot of things going on, and then we had a whole had Tito's on it making transfusions for everyone the entire
Yep.
day. I mean, and they were good. Did you have one?
Did I have a Tito's train? I did. I didn't go
Yeah.
up there. I went up there to say hello when they were setting up. That's my
Yeah.
job. I'm not able to stop like you and have all the downtime to go up there and have drinks.
Hold on. I had to get it for content. I had to watch her take video it, and I didn't want her to waste it. So I wanted to, and then I had to go back for a second one because I wanted to get an overhead view. So that
Sure.
was the only reason why I had to go twice and get 2 transfusions. So I mean, but she made them very tasty. That might have been one of the best ones I ever had. So the Tito's rep was fantastic. We had our first glimpse of the -196. Uh,
Yep.
so I mean, it's just come to an event and have some fun.
It's just I think that goes back to it. It's what we did last year was awesome, and then how do you top it? And some
Yeah,
things are going to hit the mark for people, and some things are going to hit the mark for people, and
of
that's why I
course.
think the building of the community and the camaraderie and putting it all together and just having a good time. We
Yeah.
realize that some of these golf courses we're going to be going to are very elite golf courses, and they come with a price, and we completely
Mhm.
understand that, and that's why it's always in our interest as to what we can do more for the players and what we can bring to the tournament for the players and stuff. I mean, here you go. Last night, what was there? 8 cases of liquid death just laying
Yep.
around, and there
Yeah.
was a frenzy in the darkness to
It
try to
really
go over
was.
and get cases because if that's what it's going to be, that's what it's going to be. I'll tell you what, I didn't have any of the water, but very kind gentleman gave me a tea, and I was wired for like 2 hours because the thing has so much caffeine in it, but very
Yeah.
good tasting. But yeah,
Yeah.
it hit me like a ton of bricks.
I'll have to get one of those one time. Hopefully, they'll be at one of the events and not just the water. But I mean, it's a cool logo too, man. I mean, it was a decent thing. It's fun to take pictures of new products that I really don't know, and I try to use my creativity to figure out how to promote that they're here and everything. So it's gonna be a fun year trying to get all these sponsors, in a
Yeah,
new light that we haven't seen before. So
yeah, and hey, last but certainly not least, going into the season, kind of right before we started, First Tee was introduced, and
yeah,
their representatives down here, Aaron down here in Phoenix, and the 3 people that she brought with her were absolutely fantastic.
yeah,
We did a 50-50 drawing. It was really cool to see giving back to the community. Shout out to Scott Coons for winning that. And I know he was talking with them about doing more in the future directly with the First Tee himself. And that says a lot about the man that he is.
yeah,
Um, hopefully that they can do like great things together. But, just the partners are all a part of it and how they go together and the things that they do. And we'll talk about them throughout the entire year. I got a bunch of information from Peter over at Rad, driving him around. Rad Golf with the rangefinders and the speakers.
yeah.
Awesome ideas. Really cool. Should totally look them up with the microchip in the rangefinder so that you can track it on your phone in case it ever gets
Oh,
stolen or you leave it. You know exactly where it's at.
how
Super
about that?
awesome.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, I'm just looking forward to building those relationships more and more. And then the more that we can build them, the more it's going to be beneficial to the players. But everyone that was here did a fantastic job. Everybody had a great time. People that knew each other in the Arizona area were able to get together and see each other. Um, and we go from there.
yeah, and that was nice. First, he brought out 2 seniors that are going to college, and this is part of that 50-50 raffle help them for their experience they've had. They've both been with the product. I think they said for 10 years, and kudos to First Tee for what they do. I mean, they're helping kids golf when they may not be able to get out as much. So great. I'm very happy we're working with them. We had a winner for the our overall one. Someone got refunded for this tournament, and a lot of people entered into national tournaments. So someone's going to win a trip to Stream Song in December.
Yep.
and the proceeds go to the first tee as well. So I mean, it's a lot of we're doing a lot of good for a great organization for that, and
Yeah.
they deserve it. They deserve it 100%.
Yes, they do, and can't wait to work with them the rest of the season, just like all the rest of the partners and the sponsors. Andy, it's I think it's raining a little bit harder out here, so we are going to say goodbye, and we'll see everybody at Satakoy here in a few weeks.
The
Looking
Satakoy
forward to
Club.
seeing you out there. The
The
Satakoy
Satakoy Club. It's like the
Golf
Ohio
Club.
State
I don't know what's going on.
University thing.
It's like the Standard Club in Atlanta.
It's the Satakoy Club. We'll see.
The Satakoy Club.
Hopefully, no rain on the next podcast.
No, well, I mean it's not too bad, but yes, we would.
Well.
But hey, if there is, we have our Weatherman umbrellas available.
Hey,
so check
yes,
them out.
do. They're probably on a plane somewhere already getting shipped there. So.
No, they're downstairs.
Oh. Well, thanks.
All right.
Everyone.
All right, we'll see everybody at the Satakoy Club.
That's it.